Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to another stream of mine, and no late night stream this time, so I have a bit of time to spare, and it's just lunchtime around here, 1 o'clock, and I'm gonna do, it's not U-Boat as you see, but my other little project that I started. It's Caribbean Legends, where we slip into the role of an adventurer who went to the Caribbean, to the West Indies, to make his fortune. Hey, Nico, nice to have you in. How are you doing? How was your Saturday so far? Nice to see you. So here we are in the Caribbean, in the West Indies. Hey, yippee up. Yeah, great to have you in. Hope you're fine. And yeah, we are on the island of St. Christopher. Capsterville is the town, and we can have a look at the map. So we have the Caribbean wonderfully modeled in the game. And here is St. Christopher. That's where we are at the moment. And yeah, before not too long in the yesterday stream, we actually were involved into our first sea battle. A lugger, a Spanish lugger, tried to get us. Here it's Capsterville. And yeah, it was pretty tough. We actually fought the lugger and finally sank it on the second try. On the first try I boarded it, and my crew was actually able to handle the other crew, but the problem is that there is always this final shootout in the cabin of the other captain, and I'm just too bad in sword fighting. That's my problem. And so on the second try we just sank the lugger, and at least we were able to pick up a little bit of loot floating on the waves. Oh no, yippee yap, that's not good news. Definitely. Yeah, about Nico, no, I will stay on the honest path actually. So it's just that, I'm French, and the French are at war with the Spanish, and so it was just some ordinary act of war that this ship attacked us. And so I'm still on the honest trail, I would say. Here are the nations at the moment. France is at war with the Spanish. To be honest, I do not yet quite understand this threat level thing here. But let's take a look at our fleet. We have 26 days food left. And we have a pretty small crew by now. Okay, so after that battle, our crew had been shrinking down to 16. So I hired a few new guys, obviously. And yeah, it seems like that when you are traveling on the map, on the large map, that at least very slowly sails and hull are being repaired. Yeah, Nico, right. Honest is a big word, yeah, but yeah, maybe you know what I mean. So it would be terribly expensive to go for the carpenter in the port and let all the hull and sails being repaired. I just can't afford that at the moment. Although I am the proud owner of 13,000 pesos. I wonder if I should get a bit more food, maybe. And yeah, I should side job. Obviously that other quest, which I had to find that guy, seems to have been outdated. However, open quest is yes, it's this one here. That guy, the nobleman, Mr. Bridger, he's in search of his old friend. On the way, on the rainbow, on the Lugar Rainbow in Wilhelmstedt. I tried to find it, but yeah. Oh yes, here. Yeah, that's the threat that we are to others, but I don't know to whom this actually refers to. Obviously pirates, so if others start to become a threat to us, would they also turn up here, other nations? So this threat refers to the pirates, obviously. Pirates towards us, the lower bar, yeah. So at the moment I don't have a job. So let's have a little walk around and see if we get... Okay, what is this? Somebody in? Sometimes you can steal stuff. But you should make sure that nobody observes you. So if I steal that stuff, would that actually, as long as nobody sees me, it should be alright, shouldn't it? A candle. Okay, let's keep going. Nobody observed me. So much. So much about being honest. Yeah, let's do what we can. Maison d'échange. Sorry for my bad French. The tavern, yeah, but right now I'm looking for the trader actually. I wanna get a few, a bit of food. That pretty much looked like a prison or something. So, that's the tavern, where's the trader? But who are you? Somebody in? That's the harbor master, is he? Yeah, let's not get involved with that guy for now. Where is the shop? Yeah, that's the shipbuilder, I should think. Yes. my limited French, I still guess it's the shipbuilder. Who are you? Ah, yes, that was the bank. Still looking for a trader. Come on, guys, there must be a trader in this. Yeah, for immersion, for the sake of immersion, I would not do the fast traveling. There, it's the bank. Tavern. Who are you? Yeah, he's the trader.
My store is at your service.
Let me take a look at your goods. I want to purchase some food. Here, there we are. I have something like 80 pieces of food. Let's get another 80. It would cost us 800 pesos. So let's get it. I wasn't aware. Obviously, you could even trade with slaves in the game, but I think I'm not gonna do that. So now it's 50 days. And yeah, maybe I would like to go to Wilhelmstedt again and see what I find there. So we are at Capsterville. What about the trade book in Capsterville? There is stuff that we can buy. Yeah, food seems to be okay-ish here in terms of price. Bricks, sugar. So what could we sell in? Okay, why don't I have Wilhelmstedt listed here? Probably good because I didn't visit the trader there. Too bad. Should we go to Wilhelmstedt without any cargo? I don't quite like that. I don't quite like that. So we learned something. Always visit the trader at least once in any port where you are. Maybe we can go to Saint-Pierre. Let's see what goods we could sell at Saint-Pierre. Wheat. Yeah, but that's not a lot of money. What's the wheat here? Yeah, we would buy the wheat for 30. Yeah, okay. That wouldn't make sense. What else? Gunpowder. We could sell it for 173. Okay. Not a good business as well. So medicine. Buy it for 267. A seltzer. Medicine, sell it for 165 and buy it for also not a good business. Wine. Wow. 560 to sell it. Well, no, 345. to sell it. And we buy it for, yeah, okay, so rum. We're gonna sell it in Saint-Pierre for 110 and buy it at Capsterville for, seems to be that there is no good prices here. Come on, let's have a sale to Wilhelmsted again. Want to check that once. If I find this guy. This seems to be a pretty small port. Well, while we're here, maybe check the tavern once. What about you?
You definitely got luck on your side, sir.
Something interesting? Barkeeper.
We're always happy to serve
The
our
landlord.
customers here, especially the ones who aren't stingy with the tips.
Come on, let's go and go for Wilhelmsted for now. Let's cast off and actually take a look at the stats. I really want to check that, and for this I have to note at the moment hull status is 327 and sales status is we don't get the number, okay. We don't get the number of the, but what would it be? Something like 75% roughly. Interesting that we don't get the number here for the percentage. Well, let's go. So we would sail for Wilhelmsted, which would mean, yeah, let's pass west of Guadeloupe and then go south. Our rigging and hull is still in not the best condition from that fight that we were in. Oh, that's a Spaniard. Let's just hope that he is not going to try to chase us. Obviously not. So why do we have that exclamation mark there? Let's go there and see what that is about. Let's go ashore. Timing. It's 7 o'clock in the evening. I don't know, any job to be done here? Well, let's go first for the tavern.
Pour it on! Shush! Keep it down, pal.
A smuggler.
Succulent food, refreshing beverages, and cozy bed at your service.
Anything new? I'm not paying.
So, whose street is it today? I recognize the look of a gambler.
No.
Эй, детка, налей-ка еще и далеко не уходи.
Maybe that exclamation mark refers to the storyline or something? Sorry, Yippee Yap, I don't quite get your point. What do you mean? Ships are referred to... Ah, yes, okay, now I see what you mean. Yeah, mainly she, that's right, yeah.
Being a governor
Now I
of
got
this
your point, yeah.
forsaken colony is a hell of a job.
Yeah, come on. So I think I could buy a letter of marque from the governor, but let's stay more peaceful for now and carry on for Willemstad. Yeah, very slowly. So on this passage, we went from 327 to 329. So the crew is very slowly repairing the rigging and the hull. So let's be on the way. Nope, not gonna change good. Oh, a pirate vessel, and it looks like they're going after us. Yeah, I should not get involved with the pirate vessel, actually. Martinique. They have such a large crew. Not much of a chance. So if they board us, we're in big trouble. I want to get rid of them. So now we are sailing on Broadreach, which is a good point of sailing. So that was not a good maneuver, so they are gaining on us, actually. Yeah, it's both Dutch ships. What you guy? Caravel. Flying which colors? Also which colors? Yeah.
Bring him back. Iceland.
So here we are. And who are you over there?
Bloody holidays.
St. Vincent. Also not the ship that we are looking for. So then I think we can moor. Time of the day is yeah, I don't quite know what the historical background is, why ships are referred to
Come on, don't
as
irritate
she.
me.
Often it's coming from the Latin. Navis, Latin word for ship, and my guess is that it is female in Latin, and sometimes the gender of objects is can really be traced back to the
After a
Latin word.
dangerous voyage, there's nothing better than a good old welcoming shore.
Okay, what deal? Nope. Yeah, that's a few sailors they want to hire, but I can't afford it at the moment. Well, it's Saturday, so everybody is supposed to have a little bit of free time. Yeah, at that time of the night, there's maybe not too many people around at the street. Yeah, port office is closed.
Excuse me, I've gotta get to the saloon pronto.
Hard to find a decent captain these days. I want to get information about that guy that I'm supposed to find around here.
I'm happy with everything here. How about you?
Any news in these parts? Johannes de Groot? 3,000 devils. That's very interesting. So, okay. Do you know what people say about someone? Can you tell me anything about the locals? Nothing. That's the tavern. Let's get there.
How about the game, huh?
Henrik Schipper. Konrad Steen.
How
you?
about the game,
Your
huh?
temple. Just looking for that guy here. Remember the mission that we have? We're supposed to find this Mr. Gap, who is sailing on the Lugar Rainbow. But I mean, as long as the Lugar Rainbow is not out there in the offing, he would probably not be around here. Let's see if the landlord can tell us anything about that guy. A needle in the haystack, yeah, exactly. Don't think that I like the mission, but if I would find the guy, it would be a lot of money. Latest news? Nope. No, not gonna pay 1,000 pesos for questionable information. Yeah, maybe let's just stay here overnight and maybe tomorrow we're gonna find some assignment.
You won't find cuisine better than ours around.
Till the next morning. Here you go. So this is the next morning. Oh, we got some experience because meanwhile the crew was probably working on repairing our ship. Oh, we have but just minimum. See, now we are at 332, while yesterday we were at 329. Okay, but it is slowly done, and by this at least we gain a bit of experience in repair. It's at 3%. Anything in there? A gold crucifix. Let's get it. By the way, what's our inventory? Items we have. A treasure map. Amulets, potions. Equipment, the tomahawk. Is a heavy weapon, and I'm not good with heavy weapons. So I think I'm gonna stick to the machete. Wonder if I should equip the map. What happens if I equip the map? The map is clearly fresh and the paper hasn't yellowed yet. The markings of mainland seems hastily drawn, but if we are to believe them, the treasure is hidden in a cave opposite the exit from Cartagena. A chest under the torch. So where is Cartagena? There.
Эй, детка, налей-ка еще и далеко не уходи.
Yeah, at the moment I'm not eager to go to Cartagena because it is Spanish and we would probably have a lot of trouble there. Hillebrand class. Yeah, all officers. What about that girl? Can you tell me something? Sorry, handsome, I'm too busy.
Come on, out with it. What do you have there?
Let's not get involved with the smugglers for now.
Have a seat, buddy. Hey, what do you say? Try your fate? So, whose street is it today?
It's a matter of time, yeah. Well, you're right. Let's carry on. Let's see if we get some transportation job in the town. Hey, guy.
I'm happy with everything here. How about
Good day,
you?
Mynheer. I see that you're the captain of your own ship. I'm listening, Mynheer. I need to get to the colony of San Juan at Puerto Rico, and I'm pretty sure San Juan is Spanish. But let's check it. I do have that external map somewhere where I could check the nationality of the ports. Just need a second to find that link that I had. San Juan. Where is it? What did he say? Where is it? On which island? Puerto Rico. Yeah, it's Spanish, of course. No, I'm sorry. So I'm missing that job. Ah yes, it's Wilhelmsted, and I wanted to visit the trader. That was actually the other point of my visit. Maybe I would like to sell that tomahawk that I have. Or maybe just keep it. I could put it into the chest of my ship. Not to carry it around with me all the time. Okay, something here in the yard. Nicely modeled. Very basic graphics, but still I like the atmosphere of the game. Bang. The Winkle, that guy is the trader, I guess. So now, yeah, I have to talk to him probably once.
I've got the best products around.
And so, now, do I have it activated now in the list? What can we buy in Wilhelmsted? Ship silk. Wow. I would buy it for 1,700. Okay, question mark there. What about Port Royal? I wouldn't know. St. John's. So they all can't tell me what the price for ship silk would be. What about ale? So if I buy ale here, it would be 184. Nowhere a good price actually. Now what about wine? Getting it for 371. Nope. Medicine getting it for 192. No. wouldn't earn anything for any of these goods. So what do we have up here left? Cloths, getting them for 20 and selling them for much less actually. So no point. And what about planks? Getting them for 61. And food. Getting it for 102. Oh, come on, that's all bad prices. That's all not worthwhile a travel. I really need to earn some money. Yeah, let's just travel on from port to port. Let's hope that the pirate is not off Wilhelmstead, still waiting for us. And get to sea. So no other ships around.
Boys are back.
Sail to Cape Santa Maria. Sail to Coast Vanuatu. No one around. Wilhelmstead again. Blanca Lagoon. Yeah, we don't have any cannon rounds at the moment. That guy is going after us, so let's go on a broad reach course and hope that we are going faster. It's a Spaniard, and that Spanish, yeah, we are at war with the Spanish. So looks like this guy was going for a nice prize. Let's go for St. Pierre now. So were you, schooner, flying French colors? Alright, so let's get to the port. Time 9 o'clock PM, pretty late, so all the shops and establishments will be closed except for the tavern. So let's have a rest here. Give me a room,
Suckling
please.
food, refreshing beverages, and cozy bed at your service.
Until the next morning. Here you go. And overnight the crew was working on the repairs a bit, and we gained experience in carpentry. Here, okay, this is this percentage. I think when this percentage reaches 100%, then you get to the next level. So we were coming from 3% now to 7%. So it's still a little bit of a way to go until we upgrade our repair ability from 5 to 6. But I pretty much like this leveling system and skill system. This kind of, yeah, gives you some long-term commitment. And I really see a few parallels to U-boat.
Succulent food, refreshing beverages, and cozy bed at your service.
Эй, детка, налей-ка еще
What's
и
new on the
далеко не
land?
уходи.
No, I'm not paying. If you would just give me some information without payment. Yeah, at the moment I still don't dare to hire offices. I think yeah, that would put so much pressure on us. So what about you, guy? I can't talk to people who are fishing, obviously. Okay, he is dealing with weapons.
Any products for any taste.
Show me what you've got. I've got the tomahawk. Pretty good price, actually, if I would sell it. Probably the hanger is a better weapon than the machete for now. But yeah, I think I would stick to the machete for now. I'm a bad fighter anyway. Yeah, the tomahawk. Let's see, what's the difference between the hanger? It's the white. So I can't really see what the stats actually are. Why do I have to pay a little bit more for the hanger than for the machete? Ah, okay, here we have the stats. Slash, thrust, heavy attack. (31 to 51) would be the slash attack. And thrust attack for the machete, 21 to 35. So this is the better thrust attack thingy. So I think I am perfectly fine with the machete, but I think I could sell the tomahawk. And do I need a whip or a mirror or a candle? Let's see if I get better prices for this with... Yeah, she's dealing with stuff which looks more like that, but it's just the same price. So sell it. The gold crucifix and the pearl. candle, I think I can sell it as well. Yeah. And the whip. And now, what's the status? The hull, yeah, okay, that's so slow. The repairing of the hull is so terribly slow. I want to get to the trader. Well, I could also do it via fast travel. No, I can't. Interesting. Obviously you don't have... Yeah, in the past, I think, when I played this game years ago, or months ago,
Land has become very
I
valuable
could
in our
actually
day
do fast
and
traveling
age.
right away to these sites. San Juan in Puerto Rico. No, I'm sorry, I can't bring you to a French port. What about you, guy? What?
People like me are what hold this town together.
Santo
Remember
Domingo.
that.
Ah, Hispaniola. This is... No. It's Spanish. Can't bring you to a Spanish port, sorry, guy. And still looking for the trader. Poisson fish trader. That's the tavern, I already had that. Bank. Guys, where do we have the trader? That's the harbor master. Well, by the way, let's check if the harbor
I'm all
master has
ears.
anything in store for us. I could offer to charter my vessel for shipping cargo. Extra money by delivering mail. Okay, nothing.
I'm all ears.
Right. No drops for me today. I was looking for the merchant. That's the way out to the hinterland. So guys, if you have an eye, if you see... Oh, let's talk to him.
Don't walk by the poor holy servant.
Yeah, let's give him a little donation. Whatever difference that makes. I just don't fight the freaking trader. Up here, maybe? I think I didn't check that one yet. No, I can't get there. Okay, no, this is just a building. Anybody here? A healing potion. Okay, so sorry guys. Sorry Nico. Trailing off the honest way briefly. wonder if anybody sees me in here, what happens. Could even get downstairs here. No, but nothing to be hidden here, obviously. Yeah, pretty nice. A master thief, yeah. That took so much mastery, what I just did, yeah. Magazine, so here we are gonna trade.
Alright, let's haggle a little bit.
Show me what you have, so that hopefully updates now my logbook list. Where are we? It's St. Pierre, right? Yes. So we could sell food in St. Pierre. We could buy it for 76. Who would like to buy food? Nobody. We could buy bricks for 59. Anybody interested in buying bricks? Nope. And then coffee for 124. Ooh, to Port Royal. That would give us a little bit of an earning. $171 in Wilhelmstead, 174 in Capsteville, and 177 in Port Royal. So let's go for Port Royal. And let's buy coffee here. Let's check it once more for 124 and sell it for 177. Would be 50 something earnings. Nice. Per chest or whatever, or per sack of coffee. Nice. So let's give it a save. And talk to the trader, please. We're going to buy some coffee. Here we are. So now 40 tons of coffee, or 40 bags of coffee, sacks of coffee, giving us roughly 50 pesos earnings per sack. Would be quite a bit. 2,000. Yeah, let's do it like that. Get the stuff on board. And now give it a particular save. Now, what's the loadout of our ship by now? Oh, we have medicines only for 4 days left, so I should get some medicines as well. What happens if we run out of medicine? Moral will drop at least. So hold. Yeah, we are only using a small part of the hold actually at the moment. 16th of November, so it will still be a while till we have to pay our
let's
crew.
haggle a little bit.
And now we need medicine. That will be pretty costly, I fear. Here, that's the medicine, and we only have 4 pieces of medicine at the moment. So let's buy that. Okay, all right. And now that's all right. We only have 4 days of sailcloth for 4 days. Maybe I should
let's
also
haggle a little bit.
buy a few. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. So let's get to the street and set sail for where are we gonna go? Port Royal, right? So, Saint-Pierre, so we have to go east and a little bit more northerly than east. Sorry, west. A little bit more northerly than west. Yes. All right, Nico, yes. Yeah. You were kind of ironically taking offense. But yeah, of course it was pretty clear that you were not serious about that, so no worries. For some reason we don't get these automatic saves anymore that we had yesterday. So now let's be on the way. And fingers crossed that we don't run into any Evel Knievel. Spanish privateer or real pirates. There is a Dutch ship over there. And there is this Spaniard. That's the same Spanish ship that was following us before we entered the port, right? So we are relatively slow because we are sailing pretty much straight against the wind. Now the wind direction is turning, so it should be favorable to change the course a bit. Experience gained in sailing, very good. Yeah, right now we are sailing more or less close haul. I'm not 100% sure if on the world map this concept of the different directions work. I'm not even sure where we see where we actually do see the speed of the ship on the world map. Here we are. Okay, English ships all around. It's just fine. This is a lugger. Not the lugger that we were looking for.
You realize that
So, sail to the port of Port Royal. Here we are. And anchor and get to the shore. Now, time.
It's our
7:30.
responsibility to be on guard.
So might be that the trader is closing soon. There is the store. Let's hope that it is still open. Yes. So let's see that we get rid of
I've got a
that
best products
cargo.
around.
The coffee. There it is. Okay, so it's not quite as much earnings as we thought, but fairly okay. So we sell it for 172 and not for 177. But that's fine. And this is good to see because that shows that there is really some kind of dynamics in the prices in the simulation. And they're not permanently fixed. So let's sell all the coffee. And we're going to be very happy. So I think in total that was something like 2,400 pesos that we made with this transaction. Very nice. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to do business with you. What do we have to pay for the crew at the moment? Where can we see that? Ship upkeep. Yeah. Okay, so that looks like next time I'm going to have to pay the crew 5,000 pesos. That's a lot. But by now, they are all experienced sea dogs and the morale is pretty good. And I guess, so the share that the crew gets, it's not only about prize money, it's also about the earnings of with the cargo, I guess. Yeah, okay, here they say it's loot share. And captured ships are sub-share. That's the price. And so it's not explicitly mentioned that the crew also gets a share of the earnings from trade. Maybe that's not in the game. So that was a good deal. Now let's have a look if there is anyone outside who wants some transportation.
We got into such a terrible storm the other day.
No, not at the moment. So anybody else around looking for passage? By the way, what's my inventory? Some, yeah, useless stuff. What is she selling? Food traders. Obviously. What are you talking about? I don't know. They are all about food. So at the moment it pretty much looks like there is no one around who needs a bit of transportation. Bank. Cheers, guy. What is this? Ah, that's the bank, yeah. What's that? Gunshots? Ah, it's the windmill, nice. So that's a pretty large town, Port Royal. Yeah, okay, so nicely done. Let's get back to the seaside or anything here. Is it a backyard? What is this? Okay, interesting. Document received. What is this? What did we find there? Document received, but where do we have it now? I don't see it in my inventory. Ah, here, documents. The secrets of Port Royal. My dear, if you are trading, if you are reading this, it means I am no longer here. The illness has taken its toll, and now I am but a memory of the past. This is unlikely to change anything in your life. You'll continue on your course as always, steadily, confidently, without looking back. But before you return to your schooner and disappear beyond the horizon once more, I would like you to grant my request. I had no one to whom I could leave all I possessed, so it shall go to the one who captured my heart at first glance, with the first word, with the first smile. I ask you to walk through the places where our past once crossed. Remember the moments that surely meant more to me than to you, and at the end of this journey you will receive everything I have managed to acquire over these past years. I want you to feel the full strength of my feelings one last time before you forget me forever. Postscriptum, a candle will show the way to what you seek, even if it is unlit. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty typical style for left behind notes, right? Like also when you play some kind of survival apocalypse games, you find these kind of notes. When you read this, our last stand will have been fallen or something like that. So we have that note. So where is the candle and which were the places? That's a riddle. Hi, guy. So that door is closed. Let's give it a save to be sure.
pirates are wreaking havoc. Products are getting more and more expensive, and it's only going to get worse. You can trust me on that one.
All right. Yes. So I have to keep my eyes open for a candle, which could be places where they have met. Maybe the remote shoreline. We had some bit of a remote place there at the seaside, I mean. But I can't even get there. Maybe I have to go to the hinterland to find their remote places where they met. Or, ooh, wow. Aha. New amulet. Nice. Easter eggs. Okay. An enchanted rattlesnake skull. Likely there is still venom in the set fangs. Otherwise, its ability to poison on strike is hard to explain. Yeah, that's a riddle. What is this good for? Effect is useful for vanguards. It works 50 days. If it's equipped, let's hope that if it's unequipped, it would not expire. Each slash attacking has a 15% chance. Okay, to poison the enemy. Let's see that. As long as I don't equip it, I hope that it stays unused. So I have to keep my eyes more open for these kind of hidden Easter eggs. Didn't quite do that up to now. A lawyer, okay. No idea what I might need a lawyer for. Yeah, there is wolves abroad, so you... As long as I'm not pretty good in defending myself, I should not go out at night to the hinterland out of the safe walls of these little towns. What do we have here? Another hidden place. Ordinary spyglass. Which is the spyglass that I have. Cheap spyglass. Okay. Okay, having the spyglass increases the range of fast travel. Nice. 350, so this would be twice the range. Nice. And surveying radius percentage bonus for the radius at which fleets become visible on the world map. Very nice. So remove this one and equip that one. I like that, and it's less heavy. By the way, where are we? We are at something like 25% of level 2 to level 3. We are an unknown honest captain, but this bar is kind of going to the right. What does this do we get here? Any mouse over? No. Yeah, nice to have that ordinary spyglass. And we get a crew gas, so we didn't have that here. The cheap spyglass. Okay, so I thought I wouldn't have the crew information using that spyglass, and so you really have to be more careful. What is this? New item, short saber. A lot of stuff being hidden here. Let's give it a save. Yeah, I never checked that, and maybe there is, yeah, maybe Port Royal is particularly filled with Easter eggs, or I just have to check all the other towns as well. So that sound of wolves really reminds me of DayZ situations. The short saber. It's medium range. 20 to 37 points of damage. Okay, seems to be better than the machete. Nice. Okay, would you give me the mouse over information here? No, we get it here. Slash attack. 27 to 45. Machete. Much more, and I think slash is the attack that I usually do. So we are gonna switch. Remove. I can't remove it. Why? Okay, no idea why. However, I have to keep in mind that later I shall switch. What do we have there? This dot indicates a new document. Someone left behind a note. Is this a follow-up? Do you remember that evening when the rain poured down the streets and you laughed, tilting your head back to let the raindrops touch your face? I told you that one day I would win your heart, but you only smirked in response. Then our conversation was interrupted by two sailors from a privateer ship, and I had to put them in their place. I will always remember the way you looked at me that night. I need to return to that place and recall that evening. I must remember everything that happened. Wine, like people, can keep secrets. Okay, wine, interesting. There is some hint for wine. There is some wine, but see any secret around. Yeah, these Easter eggs are finally marked, at least with a dot. When you get close enough, the game marks it with a dot. So wine might refer to the drink, or it might refer to the plant. Okay, can I get here? Nope. Yeah, that's a nice discovery. What do we have there? New document. You were always brutally honest, perhaps too much so. Your bluntness wounded me more than once. But even the most beautiful roses have their thorns, don't they? The next note lies in a special place, the spot where we agreed to meet. The next day you never appeared. You set sail, leaving me alone with my new verses and the confession I had prepared. Later I explained that I had to weigh anchor in a hurry because of yet another sailor's superstition, which I never quite managed to understand. Okay, don't get that one. The best place to hide something is where it's always noisy and crowded, where no one would ever suspect anything unusual might be concealed nearby. So that would probably be the tavern, right? Or the church. More sounds like the tavern. Let's first check the tavern and then go for the church. Do we get an autosave now after we have entered the tavern? The wine. Where the candle is unlit, so there is all the candles. Is there some candle which is not lit? That could be a hint. So looks like all the candles here are lit. Or on the table, any unlit candle? There we have an unlit
Everything
candle.
here is fair and square. The lucky man wins.
Well, let's check upstairs. All the candles are lit. There's some wine. That's 2 dice. That doesn't seem to be it. What's the time, by the way? Maybe I'm just gonna book a room and see.
We're always happy to serve our customers here, especially the ones who aren't stingy.
Until the
with
next
things.
morning. 10 pesos, here we go. Yeah, that's strange, isn't it? Why do we always end up in a tavern? Old Mark. Okay. Why do we always end up in a tavern? There's a guy down there who wants to have a chat. The same autosave. Yes, rest at the tavern. So, guy,
I'd like to offer you something.
what are you talking about?
Эй, детка, налей-ка
Have a
еще
drink
и
with me?
далеко не
Oh,
уходи.
shut up. Thought you were serious. Yeah, okay. Let's read the note once more. Best place to hide something is where it's always noisy and crowded, so that's not the church, where no one would ever suspect anything unusual might be concealed. Yeah, loud and noisy, that's the tavern. You guy,
You've definitely got luck on your side, sir.
so an unlit candle was the hint in. What else could it be if it's not the tavern? A noisy place. Something about wine.
Эй, детка, налей-ка еще и далеко не уходи.
We're always happy to serve our customers here, especially the ones who aren't stingy with the tips.
What else could this be? Could also be here the seaside. Something. Being a noisy place, of course, all the time. Not the church for sure. You wouldn't call the church a noisy place. that's the place where I already checked for Easter eggs. Okay, let's go for the church.
Anima Christi satisfegrami, Opus Christi salvami, Sanguius Christi inhebrami, Aqua lateris Christi lavami, Passio.
So now I'm lost. Of course, yeah, I could ask ChatGPT, but don't quite like to do it this way. You're a captain of a ship, but you don't look like a merchant. Well, I am a merchant. It seems you have some coins in your pocket. How about getting some interesting information in exchange for a fistful of doubloons? First prove that your information is worth a single piece of eight. It is, Cap. It costs much more than that. You give me the gold and I'll tell you when and on which ship a certain very important person will sail. You will be able to ransom this one. No way, I'm not a kidnapper. Okay, there is an unlit candle. Trombone. Okay. I really don't know what these instruments are good for that you used to find in the game. No mud. Okay, hey, where is the trombone? Ah, okay, it's not a trombone as an instrument, but wow, no. A boarding grape shot gun. The trombone is of little use against nimble single opponents or men at arms, but a shot into a crowd of ragamuffins will make the proper impression. Okay. Nice. Shall we equip it? I don't have any ammo for it at the moment, I think. Yeah, I don't have any rounds. However, my equipment is kind of evolving. By the way, I never found the warhouse, which you usually had. Ah, yeah, that's what I was missing. So this one could also be the place to have hidden something. Let's give it another save. Let me just have a look. Could I get in there? No, it's locked. Could have been a bad idea.
What can I get set up for you, Captain?
Okay, so let's see what to spend some quality time. Maybe I'm gonna find out.
Take your pick, don't be shy.
Yeah, come on, ladies. Can't believe that this is the place. It must be the tavern, but I can't get in there. Downstairs. Nobody is here. Okay. There seems to be a secret. Ah, look. This is the unlit candle. Probably. That was written about. I just don't have the required key, obviously. Old mug. Pearl, emerald ring, ginger root, but no key. I think that this is part of the riddle. Here, the unlit candle shows the way, and that's this one. There is an item which I still miss, obviously. So, one step further, but still missing a key. So this is probably the noisy place here, the door there in between all the traders. But where would I actually find that key?
Any products for any taste.
So let me sell some of the useful, useless stuff. The old mug. Copper ewer as well. Let's keep the rest for now. Yeah, we're still missing something. That's the harbor master, is it? Or is it the trader? Yeah, it's the port office. What is this?
Oh, if my husband saw us.
come on, any more hints?
Land has become very valuable in our day and age.
What about the roses? Any flowers? The wine. Yeah, that's not wine. A purse, okay, so what is the purse good for? What if I equip it? Oh, okay. It was a gold doubloon. 10 gold doubloons, wow. And what about the purse? That dissolved actually, right. Yeah, nice. Now I am the proud owner of, no, how many? 0.1 gold doubloon. No. Weight per piece, 10. Alright, 10 gold doubloons, nice. Gold doubloons are the true measure of your wealth and your ability to solve problems with money. Yeah, okay. So we have to create a chest then sooner or later. I didn't do any crafting yet, but yeah, we're gonna check that out once in a while. So pretty amazing that there is so much to be discovered here in Port Royal. And still, I'm missing this key. What was this? Ah, that was this lawyer guy. Okay, there's nothing that this guy could help me with. Maybe there is kind of later missions or situations when you would have a need for a lawyer. Okay, that's this one. Nothing there, obviously, as well. Okay, can step into the water here. Hey, come on. I really would like to solve that puzzle now, so let me allow this little bit of cheating and ask ChatGPT. Okay, ChatGPT is doing a little research for us. It's the time of the day, 10 in the morning. All is fine. Money-wise, we are okay. So we don't have any job. No guy wants transportation here, obviously, but yeah, sooner or later we will see if we get some cargo. And we have to keep in mind that at the end of the month, well, now it's the 19th of November, and end of the month we're gonna have to pay our crew, and it will cost us more than 5,000 pesos. So we have to have this definitely as backup. Now let's check. Okay, so let's see. ChatGPT gave me pretty precise advice. Cross the bridge, go for the cart, and the key should be there. I've been here several times. But it's not there. It's not there. No key. So is it buggy, or might also be that it changes? That you do not always have things there. Okay. Okay, weird. ChatGPT really says that key must be here with the card. Oh, we can even go to first person, wasn't aware. To the left of the card, it says. There is nothing. At least ChatGPT says that there have to be 4 letters. Let's see. Do we have 4 letters? Documents. I think it was 1, 2, 3. There is 1 letter missing then. Still. Hey, not wet, just cold. Guten Tag. Yeah, it's not yet quite evening around here. It's 3 o'clock. So one of my earlier streams out of the line. And yeah, right now I am ja. Guten Tag, wie geht's dir? Yeah, we are looking for a set of Easter eggs, and there should be still 1 note being hidden somewhere. And that's what I am after at the moment. And to be honest, I'm taking a little help. Okay. There should be a bench near the church where there is still a hint, which we maybe didn't yet find. Let's check that. Oh, yes. So, yeah, alright. Still one hint missing. Let's get for that one. Go for that one. And pick it up. Another left behind note. So, let's read it. Documents and... So that's the last one. You always laughed when I said I would become the governor of Cuba for you. There was truth in those words. I was willing to do anything for you. But love does not tolerate coercion. And no matter how hard I tried, no matter how quickly I ran to you, the distance between us never changed. Now it no longer matters. It's past. You're just one step away from claiming what I've left for you. Each note holds a clue. Piece them together and you'll know where to search. To succeed, you'll need a key. I left it where we once watched the sunset. So, it must be a view towards the west. The creak of the old windmill. Where the waves meet the shore, you'll find a door behind which lies the secret that guards my gift. Okay, so looks like we are close to solving it. Fingers crossed that now we find that key at the card. Probably it only appears, hopefully it only appears when you have read all the 4 notes. So let's get there. Yes, there we have the key. Pick it up. Nice. And now get to this cellar. Nice. Are we now about to solve that riddle? That puzzle? So which door was it? This one, I think. Let's get down and give it a save here. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, you can well overwrite it. And oh, a hidden door. Amazing. You can just open it once, you can't close it again, obviously. So, a chest, stuff, 2 chests. This chest is empty, but, yeah, no money actually. I never checked that. Oh shit. When I checked the chests. Wow. Come on, let's take all. Here we are. That was... wow. That was a bit of money. So where do I see? Now, well, 25,000 pesos. Nice. That's a good starting sum for my adventures. And a silver nugget, gold nugget, and wow, gold doublons. So I had 10 gold doublons, so it was 75 gold doublons as well. That's a bit of a treasure. Wow. Okay. We discovered the secret of Port Royal. Nice. And now we have a bit of money to spend. Beautiful. And And let's give it a save here. That's a bit buggy. That gave us a save called Rest at the Tavern. Let's call it Treasure. Nice. Paper cartridge. Folding knife. I need a folding knife as a tool. So don't think that I have a folding knife at the moment. Let's see if we can buy one. Maybe later I will be able to craft my own potions. What does it cost? Always good to have plenty of healing potions, probably.
Stop on by. Best products in the colony.
Machete. Black ball. So what I actually need is probably a grape shot, but let's just buy that stuff. Get the folding knife. Get the gunpowder. Get the grape shot. And yeah, paper cartridge. Gun paper. Alright guys, my son just dropped in, and yeah, he wanted also to do some gaming in the afternoon, so I'm gonna call it a day for now. Well, not a day, but an afternoon, to put it like that. So we were quite successful in lifting that secret of Port Royal. Let's give the final save just to be sure. And yeah, thanks very much for joining the stream, and I'm definitely going to do some late night streaming again tonight. So see you guys. Not wet, just cold. Sorry you just dropped in, but yeah, I have to stop the stream for now. Maybe you've had the opportunity to be in the stream in the evening. Nico, yippee up. It was great to have you, so see you guys.